What's going on, guys? It's your boy Uchi. Today, of course, yet another series of Dragon Ball information has been revealed via the V-Jump scans and some other stuff that we surfaced upon today on Twitter. And of course, big shout out to Yonko Productions for providing us with the scans that we can now dissect and give opinions on, because that's what everyone loves to do. So first, what I want to get out of the way before we talking about the meat of this video, let's talk about the Goku and Vegeta, or should I say base Goku and base Vegeta in Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ. What I've been calling it on Twitter, hashtag the prophecy of fighters. This is basically me just saying there's no way that these leaks that were data mined are false, because like we all already knew, we knew the order in which all these characters were coming out. They're coming out in pairs, and we kind of knew months in advance that base Vegeta and base Goku were making an appearance, a debut if you will, in Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. It's not reported in the scan that we see right here in front of us that they will be on the Switch version. It's assumed, since the Switch version is coming out sometime in September, but as it is right now, from what we can tell, it is just for PS4, Xbox One, and presumably Steam as well. Obviously, we're gonna see some Gallic Gun, we're gonna see some Spirit Bomb, we're gonna see some Kaioken. That's my favorite. I love Kaioken. I feel like the move list with these two are going to be definitely unique to the Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue versions of the characters, because yes, this is not the first time we're seeing a Goku or Vegeta version in Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ, but at least it's not like Tenkaichi. Tenkaichi had like a different character for each form that they had. So moving right along, that was the Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ end of it. So there you go, base Goku, base Vegeta. Up next, we're waiting for Cooler, and we're waiting for 17, and then the prophecy of FIGHTERZ will be fulfilled until season 2. So obviously, until then, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who would you want to see in the season 2? Kefla, the new Broly, the new Paragus? Because here is your segue. Paragus looks like a boss. Looking at Paragus right now, his Saiyan armor looks kind of familiar to another Frieza Force character that we've seen, and I can't really put my finger on it, but at the time of this recording, I'm not even gonna bother with trying to look it up right now, because I definitely just want to get this out there for you guys. I'll just throw up the PNG of whoever it is that I can remember at the time where I'm editing this. But what I really like about Paragus is that this dude looks like he got completely overhauled. This man got the freaking spiky hair, the freaking beard. Shout out to Geekdom for this. He looks like Luke Skywalker in the freaking Last Jedi, okay? He looks like straight out of Star Wars slap fusion. Ha! And right here, Dragon Ball Super movie Broly, okay? They're doing it fresh for us right now. I don't think the old Paragus had this, but again, like I said, complete overhaul. This guy looks completely new, completely different, and he got gray. And another thing, you just see the scar on his eye. He's missing an eye. Shout out to Kakashi. My man got one eye blind right here. He is chilling. The fun part is that Paragus Broly's father? Now that's something that's been thrown around all day today, and I don't know, and I don't understand why they would do this, but maybe it's just an added element to Broly's overall story and his backstory, is that Paragus in this adaptation, keyword adaptation, might end up being his grandfather. So that's something that I never would have thought about. It's never would have occurred to me. But hey, we still don't know enough. We still don't know the premise of the film itself. We just have a general, very little, minimal understanding of what to expect storyline wise of this film. But as far as the film goes, expect a trailer to drop tomorrow, okay? San Diego Comic-Con drops tomorrow. The con will drop tomorrow. San Diego Comic-Con starts tomorrow, so expect the trailer to be released at some point tomorrow, or we will find out all the information that I'm sure we're gonna want to know, and then we're probably not gonna see nothing until September. So do you guys think it's far-fetched that Paragus might end up being Broly's grandfather instead of his father? Now how about the belt that he has on his waist? And shout out to the tail that they trying to just sneak in there. Now this man did not have no burritos before they took the scan picture. I know that that's a Saiyan tail when I seen one. My man Paragus representing the old school Saiyan look, because obviously all the new school that we've been used to nowadays, they have no tails. They cut them off. So Paragus representing the old school flavor of the Saiyans, I would like to call it, and he is represented in that tail. So Broly right now, from what we've seen in these scans, he has no tail, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't. That just means that right right now. They're just saving that bit of information for way later, and I think it is possible, even though the images that they've showed us right now have just had Broly without a tail. But don't rule it out, because like I said, the movie doesn't come out until December, so there's plenty of months in advance to release a bunch of new information that we don't already know. And back to his belt, I do notice that in Broly's base form, he does have a collar device around his neck, so that kind of implies that we might be taking some elements from the first Broly movie, in which Paragus does have some kind of influence on him. He might be controlling him, he might have some kind of influence over his power, how much power he might be able to emit, much like in the first movie. However, in my opinion, I really don't want that to be the case. I feel like what would have been better is if that whole side to Broly was just taken out completely of his character, but who knows? Let's see. Let's give Toriyama the fair chance. Let's see what he wrote out for Broly. Let's see what differences he's going to bring to the table for this all-new Broly. And speaking of which, one thing I do want to point out in regards to Broly is that we see his base form and his Super Saiyan form, or legendary Super Saiyan form, if you guys want to call it that, side by side. And one thing that I haven't really seen anybody besides my brother Uchi mention to me is that if you look at base form Broly, why does his pants all ripped up? Why does it look like he's all tattered up before in his base form, but then when he's powered up, he's got a nice fresh pair of purple pants, whereas his base form, it's like a really darkish blue? So that's something that I don't really know if that's just a lighting issue or a shading issue, depending on where he's at, because again, even if you look at his skin tone, light skin Broly over here, Kiki, do you love me? It looks like he lights his whole body up, not even just his skin, his clothes as well. So if that's to be believed, I mean, if you even look at his garment wrapped around his waist, even that gets a little richer in color, if you will. But everything else, I just find it a little strange. So what do you guys make of that? This man gets so strong that he just changes his whole color palette. Now that's busted. So there you guys have it. Of course, this is all the meat and bones of what came out today. Paragus was the topic at hand for today's episode of this constant updates. We've been getting a bunch of updates all throughout the day, a bunch of other stuff like Heflin now being playable in Xenoverse 2. Not sure if she's playable immediately, but she is definitely coming out. So let me know what you guys thought about today's batch of news, and if you're excited for the freaking trailer, expect a reaction and a breakdown from your boy truly. I have been in talks with Geekdom, so let's see if he agrees to break it down with your boy. All right, so let's see, let's hear it, let's see what you guys got to say about all of this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter, let me know what you guys thought about it in the Discord, especially on Discord, and make sure to follow me on Twitch so you can talk to me while I play some games, and I will see you guys in the next one.